And welcome to Local Edition on Time Warner Cable. I'm Steve Swatt with the Sacramento Report. In the next few minutes, we're going to talk about taxes with one of California's tax collectors. My guest this segment is George Runner, a member of the Board of Equalization. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you, Steve.
And the Board of Equalization basically administers, what, $56 billion in taxes, mostly sales and use taxes. And I know you've been on the program before. You have a record as a former legislature member of the Senate. And I know you continue to feel that Californians' tax burden is too high.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, it doesn't take a lot of scientific look at that. We have some of the highest income tax rates. We have some of the highest gas tax rates. Some of the highest sales tax rates. So clearly, Californians are taxed a great deal compared to other states.
I know every year, I guess by law, the Board of Equalization takes a look at the excise tax component of the gas tax and is supposed to make some adjustments. And you think that tax will be lowered?
Yeah, right. In fact, what happens is the legislature changed the law a few years back where we have to review what the gas tax is, and then project what we should be collecting and reviewing what we collected. And what we found is that Californians were being overtaxed right now on their gasoline purchases as a result of falling gas prices. So basically I think we're going to have before us a 7.5 cent reduction in gas tax.
I understand where you're coming from on that issue, but by cutting the gas tax by 7.5%, isn't there an unintended consequence? Because that money goes into road repair, and we certainly need a lot of road repair and highway repair in California,
well,
don't we?
We do, and that's a bit puzzling because we already are the highest taxed state in the nation. So it's kind of like and we were over collecting, and we certainly had very high gas prices. So the real question is, why aren't we getting the job done with the money that we're already collecting? I think that's the real question that we need to be asking ourselves, not, oh goodness, people are overpaying, now they're going to get a reduction, now how are we going to fix our roads?
In the same vein, there's a measure proposal by the Assembly Speaker, Tony Atkins, that would raise about $2 billion for road improvements and for mass transit. And one way she would do that is by imposing user fees on people who don't pay gas taxes. They use the road and they help the roads participate in the road's deterioration, but they don't pay gas taxes because they have electric vehicles, for example. Do you see anything wrong with that?
Well, it's a problem that has to be addressed, but the problem is it goes beyond that. It's taxing everybody. And so it's not only taxing the person who has the electric car, it's also taxing everybody else's car too. So no, it's a broader tax increase, $52 a year, I think, and I'm not sure they think how they're going to apply it to do that. What we have found is actually over the last 10 years, money going to roads to the state has increased 35% over the last 10-year period. So the fact is there is money, there's a growing amount of money available for road construction. What we need to really do is figure out whether taxpayers are getting value for the dollars that they're paying.
You will concede we do have a huge need to pour some money into our roads,
right? Sure we have a need, but the point is okay, let's decide how we want to deal with that. And right now, the user fee aspect of it, and that is the gas tax, is one of the highest in the nation. So the user fee is a big portion of that. The fact is, it wasn't very long ago when we used to have extra money, when we'd use extra money in the general fund to help do some of these kinds of repairs, and maybe we ought to do that again. Right now, the LAO, the Legislative Analyst's Office, says that the governor's budget, we're going to actually get more money than by $1 to $2 billion more. Maybe we ought to look at investing some of that in capital.
And I think that is, in fact, I think a proposal that is floating out there. But George Runner, member of the Board of Equalization, thank you very much for coming by and talking about these important issues. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Steve.
And thanks to our viewers for watching Local Edition on Time Warner Cable. A reminder, you can see this and other interviews on the California channel, on My Government On Demand, also on YouTube. I'm Steve Swatt. Have a great day.